My child, are you tired of striving? Listen to this mystery that will change your life. Do you remember the story about the prodigal son? My child, listen. Because many have missed the true meaning of my story. There was a man who had 2 sons. And you know the younger one, the one who left home. You've preached about him, judged him, talked about how bad he was. But hear me. You missed the real story. This story is not only about the son who left, it is also about the son who stayed. And today, I will reveal this mystery. But first, let me show you the journey of the younger son, the son who walked away. The younger son came to his father and said, "Father, give me my share." He was living under his father's roof, under his source, yet he said, "I don't want the source. I want ownership." My child, ownership is dangerous when you disconnect from the source, because whatever is yours is all you have. And when it's gone, you have nothing left. He gathered what he demanded and left for a far country. He took a bucket of blessing while he had been living in a house with a well, and he spent everything he claimed was his. Then a severe crisis came, just like the one the world is in right now, and suddenly he had needs. Where do needs come from? From the moment you say, "This is mine." When you detach from the source, need is born, the system. So he went and hired himself to a citizen of that country, the system. He sold his soul for survival. He was once in the Father's house, and now he was feeding pigs. Child, the system will always treat you like a beggar. You felt it. When the bank humiliates you, when you depend on the world to keep you alive, you swallow whatever they give you because you think you have no choice. That is the pig pen. But the story shifts. He came to himself. One day, the young man made the greatest decision anyone can make. He stopped talking to others and talked to himself. Because the people you run to for help, they are in the same mud they are stuck to. They cannot pull you out. So he had a meeting with himself and said, "My father's servants live better than this. My father has more than I could ever lose. I will arise." Child, the father did not go looking for him, not because he didn't love him, but because the son left by his own decision. God will never violate your will, but the moment you move toward him, he runs toward you. The restoration. The son returned, rehearsing a speech. "Father, hire me. Let me work for you." But the father doesn't hire his children. In the system, you work to earn. In my house, you receive because you belong. And while the son was still far away, the father saw him and ran. He didn't give him punishment. He gave him restoration. Bring the best robe, because royalty does not return looking like a slave. Put a ring on his finger. The ring meant 3 things: authority, access, and the family name. The ring was the original credit system. You press the ring into wax, and all the resources of the father became available. The son abandoned authority, name, and access, but the father restored it instantly. Then the father said, "Kill the fatted calf, the one reserved for kings and honored guests." Because the son was not coming home as a servant, he was returning as royalty. The father said, "My son was dead, and now is alive." Because being trapped in the system is death. Being back under access is life. Now listen to me, my child, because here's the part of the story that many never see. The older son heard the sound of music, the sound of joy, the sound of restoration. Yet instead of rejoicing, his heart tightened with anger. He lived in the house, but his mind lived outside the gates. He slept under his father's roof, but his soul worked as if he had no father at all. And he cried out, "I have been slaving for you all these years, and you never gave me anything." Do you hear the pain? This is the sorrow of religion, to be surrounded by abundance, yet convinced of poverty. To stand next to love, but feel unworthy of it. To serve the king while thinking like a captive. Many of my children live exactly like this, present in my house, but absent from my heart. Close to my table, but far from my revelation. Living as heirs, but thinking as servants. And so I speak to him and to you with the voice of the Father. Child, you are always with me, and everything I have has always been yours. Not once did he lack access. Not once did he have to beg. Not once did he need permission to enjoy what belonged to him. But hear this, you can live in the well and still die of thirst if you do not know the water is yours. You don't need to beg me. You don't need to win my approval. You don't need to perform for my favor. I did not call you to slavery. I called you to sonship. I called you to inheritance. I called you to rest, not striving. To communion, not competition. To access, not anxiety. You do not live from the bucket. You live from the well, and the well is me. Everything in my house is open to you. Everything in my kingdom is already yours. Everything I am, I share with my children. So come out of the mindset of the older son. Come out of striving, come out of fear. Come out of the belief that you must earn what I freely give. For you are not my servant, you are my beloved, and in my presence, beloved child. Nothing is withheld from you. Step out of that inner room where jealousy whispers, where comparison chains your joy, where the belief that others deserve more than me steals your celebration. Come out of the field where you've been working without revelation, serving without joy, laboring without understanding that the one you work for is also the one who calls you his own. Come out of striving. Striving is the language of those who do not know whose they are. You were never designed to live by effort alone. You were designed to live by union with me. Rest is not laziness. Rest is trust. Rest is the fruit of knowing you are held. Come out of fear. Fear is the echo of a world where you believe you are alone. Fear tells you you must protect yourself. Provide for yourself, fight for yourself, prove yourself. But I tell you the truth, you are never alone. I am your shepherd, your defender, your provider, your father. Fear loses its voice in the presence of perfect love, and my love for you is perfect. Come out of the belief that you must earn what I freely give. You cannot earn what costs my blood. You cannot purchase what I already placed in your hands. Grace is not a reward for the worthy. It is the inheritance of the beloved. When you live trying to earn my approval, you live like a servant in the shadows. But when you understand my heart, you live like a child seated at my table. My beloved, I did not choose you to be my employee. I chose you to be my family. Not a worker in my fields, but an heir in my house. For you are not my servant, you are my beloved. I repeat it so your soul can finally believe it. You are my beloved. Not tolerated, not barely accepted. Not earning your place day by day, but cherished, treasured, wanted, held. And in my presence, beloved child. Nothing is withheld from you. Everything the Father has is open to you. Every promise is available. Every resource of heaven can flow your way. Peace is yours. Provision is yours. Wisdom is yours. Identity is yours. Access is yours. Authority is yours. You are not outside looking in. You are not begging at the window. You are seated in my house, wearing my robe, carrying my name, bearing my ring. So step out of the shadows of earning and walk into the light of belonging. For in my kingdom, my child, you do not labor for love, you live from love. And when you live from love, you walk in everything that is mine. Repeat after me. I am not outside looking in. I belong in the Father's house. I am not a beggar at the window. I am a child at the table. I wear the robe of my Father's love and identity. I carry the name of my kingdom family everywhere I go. I bear the ring of authority, access, and inheritance. I step out of the shadows of earning. I step into the light of belonging. I do not labor for love. I live from love. I walk in everything that is my Father's because everything He has is mine. I refuse the mindset of the older son. I receive the heart of the beloved. I leave striving behind. I embrace rest, trust, and divine confidence. I leave fear behind. Perfect love drives it out of my life. I live from the well, not from the bucket. I have kingdom authority, kingdom access, and kingdom identity. Even when everything around me runs out, heaven never runs out. When crisis hits the land, I do not collapse. I rise in kingdom power. I am connected to a source that cannot be shaken. I am not owned by the system. I am covered, supplied, and defended by God. I walk confidently, knowing I am fully loved, fully received, fully equipped. I am my Father's beloved, and nothing is withheld from me. Today, I choose to walk in sonship, not survival. In inheritance, not fear. In abundance, not anxiety. Repeat these truths every day until it renews your mind. And once you renew your mind, everything around you will start to align